And obviously there was no response. Silence.
You've been involved in an interesting case recently, haven't you? When a care company or care provider was told they'd been in breach of contract because they used too many people in an intervention. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Another worrying thing that we had an email from a client saying our staff were involved in a restraint or an intervention where two of our staff held on to that service user, and because he was still kicking out and his mother was present, his mother held on to his legs. His mother happens to be a restraint trainer as well, a physical intervention trainer. And they were told when they reported that accurately that they were in breach of their contract for using 3 instead of 2 because the young person is 2 to 1. My response naturally is sometimes 2 people might be too much. Sometimes 7 people might be needed. No one can tell anyone how many might be required in any given situation, and it shouldn't be strictly enforced, because are we effectively saying, and this is what we said to the local authorities, if that's the case, are you suggesting that if we can't control the situation with just 2 people, we shouldn't seek further help and we should allow that service user to come to harm if we can't control them with just 2 people? And obviously there was no response. Silence.
What was the context behind that then? So why was the service user having to be held?
Attacking a member of the public whilst walking through the park with 2 support workers or care workers and the mother. And sadly, obviously, the support workers had to hold on to him onto his arms, but then he kept trying to kick the members of the public, and they were by a gate, so they couldn't move him because he's quite a big guy and they didn't want to carry him. Obviously, they didn't want to hurt him or them. So they just held on to him in that area, but where he was, he could access the public, so she decided to hold his legs.
And that was his mother, who, all right, regardless of being a restraint trainer, regardless of being, one of his carers, registered carers probably, she's made a decision to hold her own son to protect other people. And the local authority challenged that and said they were in breach of contract.
Yeah. Even though she used a technique that's medically reviewed, which is even better, isn't it? Yeah. Not that it even would need to be as a mother, but it baffles me, these types of things, where people are effectively wasting other people's time, they're wasting money, generally public money, just to challenge something that, is a bit of a moot point, really.
Yeah, and do you think that's down to the people that are employed to do that sort of role, to review, either have never had the training or have had the training but haven't had the operational experience of deploying, physical intervention skills in settings where they might be required?
I think it massively comes down to that lack of understanding, lack of awareness, lack of knowledge, and possibly even lack of confidence to support/challenge other situations.
Yeah. I think so. Obviously, somebody who sat there and literally got the incident report alongside the contract or the expectations and gone, 1, 2, 3, staffing ratio says 2, breach of contract there, rather than looking at, was it necessary? Was it proportionate? Could they do anything less? Could they do anything more? And approaching it with a common sense perspective, and more importantly, a trained perspective, having knowledge, understanding, and competence.